stop! We've heard quantum frameworks and recursive loops for 20 minutes, but not a single word about why this matters.
You've dismissed every question about costs, UI, and customer impact to lecture us about microservices?
We're not funding a PhD thesis. We need solutions that our team can implement and our users will notice. This feels like a solution in search of a problem.
You've mastered your craft. You're great at what you do. So why does it sometimes feel like your career is on unstable ground? Let's break it down. Think of your career as a bridge built on hard skills, strong, reliable, until it isn't. Without soft skills like communication, adaptability, that bridge wobbles beneath you. These professionals mastered their craft, yet here they are, unsteady, uncertain, because brilliance alone won't anchor your career when the winds change. The missing piece? It's not what you know, it's how you wield it. In the next few minutes, you'll get the blueprint to reinforce your career's foundation. Starting today, starting right where you are, no matter what you do for work. Meet Alex, a proud architect of a career built on hard skills alone: coding, data, design, a towering monument to technical mastery. But real-world challenges always come. Conflicting priorities, unclear feedback, team friction. Watch what happens when pressure meets a foundation with no flexibility. It starts with a tremor, then a split, then collapse. That sinking feeling? It's talent without the glue to hold it together. Hard skills build impressive towers, but without soft skills, this is what meeting reality looks like. And just like that, expertise shatters, because no amount of technical brilliance can withstand human complexity alone. Work is human, and humanity is messy. When the winds of change blow, rigidity falls. The solution isn't taller towers, it's deeper foundations. So let's crystallize what we've uncovered about career stability. Hard skills build impressive structures, but they're not enough to withstand real-world pressure. What's often invisible, but absolutely critical, are the human skills that provide flexibility and resilience when challenges hit.
Hi, I'm Alex. 3 months ago, I almost lost the biggest opportunity of my career. Today, I'm leading our company's most innovative project. The difference? Not what you might think. I'm a very brilliant software architect. I used to think my technical skills were enough. I thought my work spoke for itself. Then came the project that changed everything. What happened next surprised everyone, including me.
You have met Alex, a software architect. Alex writes code that machines understand perfectly, but humans? Not so much. His algorithms are poetry to engineers, but when presenting to stakeholders, it's all static. Watch what happens when brilliance meets human disconnect.
Our system leverages a heterogeneous polymorphic recursion pipeline, where functions perform recursive calls with varying type parameters to orchestrate heuristic-driven state transitions and deliver amortized O log n throughput across a distributed, mesh-oriented microservices fabric. We layer on hyper-threaded asynchronous I/O virtualization, e.g., Linux's I/O whirring, to decouple service latency and enable speculative, multi-threaded I/O pipelining. This combination ensures resource elasticity and drives sublinear, cross-cluster scaling, while minimizing algorithmic entropy.
Alex, could you simplify?
Let me finish explaining the back-end architecture. You need to grasp the architecture first. Perhaps I should re-explain the distributed microservices fabric. Our backend uses generic polymorphic service interfaces to build an extensible, heuristic-driven framework. Core algorithms rely on controlled recursive routines for decision flow, while Linux's I/O whirring enables non-blocking, multi-threaded I/O for high throughput. State transitions are managed via explicit state machine patterns, ensuring each microservice scales independently under load.
I haven't understood a word for the past 5 minutes.
Perhaps I should explain the backend infrastructure again, since some of us aren't following.
About the user interface?
We'll get to UI after I finish explaining the critical path analysis matrix.
But how does this help our customers?
We'll get to that later. Now, about the microservices architecture.
Alex, stop!
Okay, I'll wrap it up. So, in summation, Our future hinges on generic, polymorphic service interfaces driving heuristic-guided recursion over balanced tree indexes, delivering true O log n performance, while Linux's I/O Uring powers non-blocking async I/O and pragmatic debt management keeps our platform scalable. This is the future. The framework's elegance speaks for itself. Anyone serious about innovation would see its inevitability.
Stop! We've heard quantum frameworks and recursive loops for 20 minutes, but not a single word about why this matters. How does a polymorphic architecture solve our customers' complaints about slow load times? If you can't explain it in plain English, this project isn't viable.
Exactly. We're not funding a PhD thesis. We need solutions that our team can implement and our users will notice. This feels like a solution in search of a problem.
Let me save us all time. You've dismissed every question about costs, UI, and customer impact to lecture us about microservices? If you can't align your work with business priorities, we can't justify the budget.
And frankly, if we don't understand it, how will marketing explain it to customers? We're rejecting this. Come back with a proposal that starts with user needs, not nested algorithms.
Even if this O log n magic works, which I doubt, your timeline assumes 0 setbacks. You're talking 12 months and $1 million for something we can't even demo? We're not a R&D lab. Let's revisit when you have a prototype that does one thing well.
Brilliant code isn't enough if we can't understand its value.
Quantum-based algorithmic framework. Sounds like a buzzword salad.
We're allocating your team's resources to Maya's client-facing projects, effective immediately.
Brilliant code can't fix tone deafness, Alex. We're not just rejecting the proposal, we're sidelining you.
Innovation isn't enough. Without connection, even genius becomes noise. Sound familiar? Ever explain something brilliant only to get blank stares? You're not alone, and Alex isn't alone. Whether it's a teacher whose lessons don't land, a marketer staring down a rejected campaign deck, an engineer stuck in the crossfire of mixed messages on the job site, or even a street vendor whose snack pitch falls on deaf ears. All brilliant in their craft, all missing the same vital piece. Here's the question no one asks. Why does hard work fail? In this case, what really caused Alex's brilliant work to fail? Let's break down the 4 critical soft skill failures we just witnessed. Presentation skills. First, a presentation delivery failure. Alex relied on complex slides and jargon instead of clear, compelling storytelling. Communication skills. Second, a communication breakdown. He used technical jargon instead of clear language that his audience could understand. Emotional intelligence. Third, an emotional intelligence gap. He missed critical social cues, dismissed concerns, and failed to build trust with his stakeholders. Audience awareness. And finally, an audience awareness failure. He focused on technical details instead of connecting his work to business value and user benefits. These aren't just presentation mistakes, they're career limitations. This failure wasn't just a setback. It was a wake-up call, not just for Alex, but everyone in the team.
That code tower you're so proud of, it's collapsing the moment real humans lean on it.
I built the perfect system. Flawless code. 0 bugs. And yet, they shut it down. They just don't understand the technical brilliance of this solution.
Sometimes it's not about what you know, but how you share it. Let's talk quantum framework using a coffee analogy. Imagine your brain is a coffee machine. Complex? Yes. But if I say it brews ideas like your morning latte, it's not about dumbing things down. It's about communicating effectively so your audience will see what you see. Here's the trick. Swap jargons for stories. Amplify your technical skills with soft skills. But how? Simple. Ask yourself, would my grandma get this?
Alex's presentation was dismissive, jargon-heavy, and well set up for the stakeholders' rejection. But Alex later became successful after the failure. How did he transform? Alex left his old mindset behind. Alex soon realized that translating code into clarity was harder than he expected. He realized success required a different kind of architecture. During lunch breaks, while colleagues decompressed, Alex rebuilt. Between the developer he was and the communicator he needed to become, no audiences, no applause, just the quiet work of rewiring reflexes. Even home wasn't downtime anymore. It was the lab where jargon transformed into clarity. The code stayed perfect. The coder evolved. Office lounge, living room couch, different spaces, same mission, to translate brilliance into understanding. Weeks of practice converged here. One presentation to prove. Technical mastery plus human clarity equals unshakable impact. Now let's see the difference when soft skills take center stage.
How does this help our customers?
Let me show you. Think of our system like a smart fitness tracker. It learns your routine. The more you use it, the better it adapts to your needs. Our system works similarly, but for enterprise data.
Oh, so it learns from user behavior?
Exactly, and it gets better over time.
So it's like a personalized workout plan, but for data?
Yes, and just like you'd separate cardio from strength training to avoid burnout. Also imagine your smartphone's photo gallery. Our code works similarly. It organizes information just like you organize your photos into albums.
Oh, that makes sense. But what about security?
Excellent question. Think of it like your house's security system. We've built fail-safes to prioritize security. It's your data's personal bodyguard. The layers of security is your data's personal trainer, guiding and protecting.
Could we implement this in phases?
Great thinking. Let me show you how we could roll this out.
Phased rollout makes sense. What if we pilot it regionally first?
Perfect. Let's treat it like a training regimen. Master the basics, then level up. Then we will treat it like a play tour. Test smaller venues, refine the set list, then go global.
Finally, you speak our language, Alex. Consider this proposal approved. Let's get started.
Thank you.
The same proposal, the same stakeholders, a radically different outcome. Proof that while hard skills open doors, soft skills build the rooms inside. The approval wasn't just for the project, it was validation. That rewiring reflexes at lunch, translating complexity at midnight, turned static into symphony.
I used to think mastery was measured in code, data, design, that my technical tower was unshakable. Then reality hit. Now I see. But soft skills, they're the bedrock that lets it soar. Finally, my work stands not just on expertise, but on understanding.
Today, Alex isn't just a coder or a designer. He's a connector, a listener, a leader. You can be too. Today, Alex isn't just a software architect. He's a bridge between code and people. This isn't a story about better algorithms. It's about the invisible skills that separates good developers from legendary ones.
When I learned to translate complexity into clarity, everything changed.
So you mean the breakthrough wasn't in changing the code?
The code didn't change, my approach did.
Wow. And here I am thinking I needed to learn more and more programming language to succeed.
Instead, you should learn the most powerful language of all, human connection.
I see.
So what did Alex actually do to transform from rejected to respected? Let's break down the 4 critical changes we just witnessed. 1. Communication transformation. Alex reimagined communication. He swapped technical jargons.
Our system leverages a heterogeneous polymorphic recursion pipeline.
For relatable analogies.
Think of our system like a smart fitness tracker. It learns your routine.
Suddenly, stakeholders saw his vision. 2. Active listening. Instead of dismissing questions,
But how does this help our customers?
We'll get to that later. Now, about the microservices architecture.
Alex welcomed them.
Oh, that makes sense. But what about security?
Excellent question. Think of it like your house's security system.
From "we'll get to that later" to "excellent question," the new Alex made stakeholders feel heard. 3. Emotional intelligence. Alex was arrogant and emotionally unaware.
This is the future. The framework's elegance speaks for itself.
Now Alex reads the room, adjusts his tone, and builds rapport. When one of the stakeholders remarked about workout plans, Alex followed through in the same language.
So it's like a personalized workout plan, but for data?
Yes, and just like you'd separate cardio from strength training to avoid burnout.
4. Adaptability. The old Alex could not adapt to stakeholders' need for immediate clarity. He stuck to his slides instead of translating the content into real-world terms.
Alex, could you simplify?
Let me finish explaining the back-end architecture. You need to grasp the architecture first.
But now when a stakeholder suggested phased rollout, he didn't defend his original plan. He embraced the idea and made it better on the spot.
Could we implement this in phases?
Great thinking. Let me show you how we could roll this out.
Collaboration over ego. Alex didn't just get better at presenting, he underwent a complete transformation, which led to 4 shifts that made the difference. Mindset shift. From they don't get it, to how can I help them understand? Language shift. From technical jargon to relatable analogies. Focus shift. From my brilliant solution to their real problems. Impact shift. From rejected proposal to approved project. These 4 shifts transformed Alex from a brilliant coder into an influential leader. But the transformations didn't happen overnight. They happened in lunch breaks, late nights, and countless practice sessions. And here's the best part. They're not exclusive to Alex. Ready to start your own transformation? In this final part, we're moving from watching to doing. So what did we learn today? Soft skills aren't just about being nice. They're the secret sauce that turns good work into unforgettable work. Think about it. Active listening, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, communication, empathy, adaptability, presentation, the list goes on. These are some of the skills that help you connect ideas to people, navigate conflicts, and thrive in a world that's always changing. And guess what? They're not just for coders or CEOs. Whether you're teaching a class, you are a student, running a meeting, or even planning a family reunion, these skills make you unstoppable. Here's the best part. Soft skills aren't born, they're built. To help you start building, here are 3 simple exercises you can try today. Exercise 1, explain it like I'm 5. Communication and simplification. Ever tried explaining your job to a kid? Here's your challenge. Take something complex from your work, a budget, a medical procedure, even a spreadsheet, and break it down using everyday analogies. For example, a budget is like a pizza. You've got slices for rent, groceries, fun, and if one slice gets too big, someone's going hungry. Then ask a friend or family member, did that make sense? If they nod, you've nailed it. If they're confused, try again. Your turn. 1, pick something complex from your work. 2, explain it to a 10-year-old using their world. 3, ask, did that make sense? Pro tip, if they yawn, try a better analogy. Why it matters? Clear communication isn't about dumbing things down. It's about breaking down complexity into accessible insights without losing depth. It's about crafting your message so that its full richness is still within reach for all. Exercise 2, perspective shift. Emotional intelligence and perspective taking. Think back to a recent work tension, perhaps a missed deadline or a feature rollout that went sideways. Step 1, your experience as the project manager. You're the project manager who has just learned the deadline was missed. In your notebook, write 1 brief sentence capturing your immediate reaction. Example, your version. The designer didn't follow the schedule and now the whole team is stalled. Step 2, your imagined experience as the designer. Now switch roles. Imagine you're the designer who struggled under a flood of late requests. Write 1 sentence capturing your imagined experience. Example, imagined version. I was buried in urgent tweaks and couldn't see the deadline coming. Notice how your words change when you step into the other person's shoes. From, the designer didn't follow the schedule, to, I was buried in urgent tweaks. What felt like blame becomes a window into hidden challenges faced by others. Perspective taking isn't about agreeing or pointing fingers. It's about understanding both sides so you can build solutions, bridges, instead of walls. And that shift is the very heart of empathy. Exercise 3, pivot under pressure, adaptability. Ready for fun? Prepare a 2-minute talk about your passion, gardening, coding, tax law, anything. Then ask a friend to assign you a wild audience. Toddlers, aliens, pirates. Now adapt. Example, teaching toddlers about coding magic.
Picture that you have a special language made up of magic words. When you say one magic word, your cartoon robot might wave hello. When you say another, it might do a funny dance. Just like fitting your favorite blocks together to build a neat tower, each magic word in coding tells the computer exactly what to do. It's all about giving fun, simple instructions to make happy surprises.
Why it matters. Adaptability isn't about knowing all the answers. It's about crafting them in real time. Try the exercises. Soft skills are like muscles. They get stronger every time you use them. Trust me, the results will surprise you. Hard skills open doors. Soft skills open possibilities.